Help! All our training goes out the window when we leave the house. Do you feel like your training simply isn't working and your dog just doesn't make progress in the real world? When it's just you, your dog and your trusty treat pouch in your living room, it all works perfectly. How do you transition from a confident and controlled training scenario to the unpredictable chaos of real environments? Welcome to Bridging the Gap, training your dog for the real world. Many owners feel insecure or worried about taking the next step in their dog's training and often find themselves stuck in the same routine. Bridging the Gap is about progression. Don't make the mistake of keeping your dog's world too small for too long and then suddenly step it up and take them on a big wide world adventure too quickly. The key to training your dog's real world robust skills is looking way ahead, understanding where the gap is going to be, and actively taking consistent incremental steps to bridge every single training stage. You can't control distractions, people walking past, dogs running up to you when out and about. So learning to recognise what you can control and what's out of your hands allows you to progress your dog's training with confidence and is what Bridging the Gap is truly all about. Let's say you go on a walk. You've left the house and you're calm. But when you arrive at the car park, it's chaos and your dog gets overexcited and cannot cope. Instead of letting your dog off lead to fail at recall practice, flex your training plan. Do that immediately on arrival. Play 5 minutes of on-lead recall games in the car park, celebrate that mega win, and then head home. To conquer the gap, embrace incremental steps in your training. Growing all the foundation stages at home is step 1. Step 2 might be attending a training class alone and then working on those new skills with your dog one-on-one in a quiet car park or somewhere safe. You might eventually take those foundation skills to a show environment and train at a distance instead of competing to continue gradually exposing your dog to different environments without overfacing them and new challenges each and every step as they progress. This ensures you're proofing their skills every step of the way and they understand what is expected in various situations and then can choose the right behaviours even when they're excited. No matter your training goal, there are always going to be strategies you can use to help you every step of the way. If we consider recall training, you will always start with your dog on lead in any environment, whether that's a long line, a puppy line, or a double lead. As their skills progress, you can provide them with a little more freedom and then bridge that gap between training and the big wide world, maybe using that long line. You still have the security of being able to pick that long line up at any point without poisoning your recall progress if they find an environment too challenging. And remember, you can get your long line on our store. Remember, you don't have to tackle the tricky terrain of your dog's training alone, especially if you're unsure what stage your training's at. Take the worry and guesswork out of deciding when to push forward in your training and when to hold back. There's a worldwide community of game changers literally ready and waiting to support you, guide you, and celebrate all of your wonderful wins along the way. Bridging the gap between controlled training scenarios and mastering real-world environments is all about understanding the skills of the dog in front of you and proofing behaviour every step of the way, aiming for progress and certainly not perfection, and embracing the journey on your way with your dog.